I'm Stuart Thompson, editor of Digital TV Europe. I'm here at Digital TV CEE with Andrey Kolodyuk, who's founder of Divan TV in Ukraine. Andrey, OTT services in Ukraine probably face some challenges. You've been in the business for some time now. What have you done to create a viable business in Ukraine, and what are the challenges you face?
Well, yes, it's true that we started out of Ukraine. That was almost 3 years ago. Now we have become a global 200 countries. However, the Ukraine was hard for a few things. First, we need to change the perception of the TV channels to acquire rights. That was a big challenge because they did not understand if we are a threat or we are a partner. So it actually took us some time to convince them that we are a partner, to reach the new audience and to actually combat with the piracy. Because now we are alliance with one game because we are a legal provider from the day one, and we competed with illegal players that all over the world, obviously, but in Ukraine as well. So we actually team up to facing that challenge, and we are good in that. And also we were the first that actually got from many media groups the rights for the catch-up and the OTT gadgets. So that was also a new play, right, for them to actually. At first it started as a pilot or as an experiment, and now it's all of a sudden it's become the trend, right, which we knew at the very beginning. So we had these challenges as well. Obviously, also one of the challenges is that majority of the content is still given away for free, right? And our challenge is because we are a paid TV subscription-based service, how we actually monetize on something in bundle like TV channels, VOD all together. So it is a challenge still, right? So we find the way how to actually monetize on subscription. So basically we bundle with the TV channels that people pay for, but we deliver in the nice ways in the catch-up and video on demand, and we all bundle in one package, right? And obviously we're trying to emphasize on our value proposition, which is basically anytime, anywhere, and any content that you would love to watch. So, and what else? One of the things that actually is changing right now that the new law have been passed just recently, that from the January 1st, any commercial pay TV provider supposed to pay for the channels that used to be in universal package, and we're talking 30 channels. So obviously they're going to have an impact on the market in terms of the 300 pay TV providers still operated on that market, believe it or not, and all of a sudden they need to go to the media groups and sign up the contracts. For many of those, it's going to be the first time experience ever, since they've been in the industry for 20 years. So basically it's a challenge for them. But on the other hand, it's an opportunity for us because the Divan TV is already today introduced by 40 operators in the bundle with the ISP or even the TV packages together. So we believe that it's going to bring more business to us. And on the other hand, it's going to increase the prices on the market because now I believe that Ukraine is becoming the true pay TV market. Because hopefully they provide the inscription, and all of a sudden the 5 million free TV satellite DTH platform users will have to go somewhere to get the access to that. So we're talking about 5 million people facing the choice if they want to still get that content, and that we're talking about the major media groups content, they need to go somewhere to choose what platform now they're going to watch on.
So there's a big legal change that's obviously going to help drive and maybe stimulate the pay TV market. Yes. How big is the appetite among people in the country for the kind of service you offer, and is that growing in terms of the the functionality of the service and paying for a subscription to an over-the-top VOD service? Well,
we're still talking about Ukraine that have more than 5 million pay TV users, right? And we introduced something that is new for them. All of a sudden they realize what we call catch-up. For them, they translate it to skip an advertisement, not only watch whenever they want the content, but also skip an advertisement. This is a new type of things for them. They become viral for people that realize, hey, this is different from what we've been having for decades. Secondly, all of a sudden, with the popularity of smart TV, many people realize what it's actually for. With the services like us, because we've been actually introducing this key differentiator to many people, they just realize that, hey, now I understand what is my smart TV is for, right? And the third push was that we introduced with a 3G operator, Divan TV, with zero traffic. I mean, no extra payment if you consume content on our app. On contrary, if you consume it, you still pay for it. So it was also for the people kind of new thing, but they realized, hey, now I understand why I'm going to use an OTT service, because number one, it's all included in my subscription plan, because we have one plan up to 4 gadgets, and obviously smartphone is one of those, right? Except smart TV. So people realize no extra cost. I can watch it wherever I want. This content, so this kind of key differentiator is something that never been introduced for them. So we kind of educate the market, right? But we see the people see this good things for them, right? And they go for it. So we see the rise of these OTT services now because of that.
We always hear a lot about Netflix and other international big internet groups coming into different markets and launching video services. What do you think the impact will be of those companies in Ukraine, and how do you differentiate your offering from them?
Well, I think that Netflix is not going to win in the Eastern Europe, not only in Ukraine. The same is going to be for Russia and for all CIS countries, for pure reason, because two things: they don't broadcast the live content, and secondly, they have a still limited offering for the English content. And for example, on Divan TV, we have a package it's called in English with 25 linear TV channels, and people still watch news. And we have a catch-up TV movie channels that provide the nice content in English. So basically, yeah, obviously we don't have that variety, but for the people it's good enough, right? We have channels, news ones, and we have a content, and we have also educational content, because one of the reasons why people watch the content in English is for the learning purposes, right? So basically we already have this, and obviously the pricing point is tremendous, because this package in English I mentioned to you is cost $1.50. What are you talking about, right? So the Netflix is 10, and to be honest, still majority of those movies you can watch on YouTube. If you want to get those, you can get it there legally for free, even on YouTube, not to mention torrents. So this is why I'm keen that they're going to be very niche. I would say for expats type of service in our regions.
Now, talking about expat types of services, that brings us on to your international business. You've expanded obviously outside of your home territory into offering international services. What are the prospects for you there? What do you need to do to appeal to audiences around the world, and what are the challenges you face with that?
Well, Divan TV was initially envisaged as a service for 300 million people. We call it Russian-speaking, but basically it's people from 15 countries of ex-Soviet Union. And they're living anywhere in the world, right? And now we build the platform, we build the offering for them, which is different, right? Because our offering different in Russia, in Ukraine, or in US, or in Germany. It's still different on the content offering, but the sometimes pricing, right, which are adjusted for the territory. It took us time to get the international contracts, but I can say that we are the only legal service available on the smart TVs in 200 countries, right? So we're not only territory focused, but we are now become a truly global service. Well, the biggest challenge is to overcome the market which was created by pirates. They're still making money, right, and a lot on this set-top-box distribution type of business. And now we're introducing new platforms, which they already know, right? Everyone knows Apple TV, Roku, not only smart TVs. So this is kind of win for us in terms of competing on the platform scale. Of course, the unit economics is still hard, so we kind of now investing in that market. But I believe that in terms of, let's say, to get something unique on our platform, this is what we are actually working on. is to get something that's going to be on the local territories with the local production that is going to be live in the theaters. At the same time, we want to introduce it as a VOD model, because we don't disrupt their theatrical releases, right? And their revenues coming from that, because obviously they don't have revenues outside of the home markets, right? So for us, it's also a big win, right? Once we get that differentiators in order to introduce something which is not available yet on our competition services. And second strategy is actually to talk to the already existing providers. Like is the same, like we use this model in Ukraine with ISPs, right? 40 of those already sell us in bundles. So we do the same with the big operators in US, in Canada, Israel, Germany, because they historically they lost this audience for the reason because they could not compete with the pirates in terms of offering prices and etc. And now when we come in with the content, we becoming partners. This is what I already talked about today, when the traditional operators team up with OTT operators just to win the customer. So this is what we are facing right now, to working on these partnerships.
Great. And finally, where do you think the growth is going to come from for the company? Is it going to be international versus domestic? Where do you think the prospects for greatest growth are for you?
Well, we see, obviously, we have much less competition outside of the home market, right? So this is why, yes, we have a historical position in Ukraine. Russia is still an important market for us, but we still believe that our niche is very simple. We want to have a truly international #1 service, regardless of the territory. This is our pitch, right? Time will show what is going to be in numbers, right? But still, our position is very simple. You can use our service any gadget, any country, any time. This is our key differentiator. So we actually build in kind of Netflix type of things globally for ethnic groups, and this is our differentiator for them. And the other one is actually that we love the live content. We believe it's going to be key differentiator still in the future, and this is what we are working on.
Andrey, thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.